to Evansville Podcast. My name is Jason Burton. Thanks for listening. Today's episode, got to sit down and talk with Brian Hancock, who's the president of the EVSC Foundation Board of Directors. Don't know if you know this, but public funding can't support all of the programs that EVSC does or wants to do. And that's where the EVSC Foundation, it's a nonprofit, they come in and help fill in the gaps with the funding that they can raise in addition to the normal public school money that they get through our taxes and things like that. So it's very interesting to sit down with Brian and talk about what they're doing, the rebranding that they're going through, which should be rolling out this fall, and kind of the heartbeat behind why he does what he does. So it's great to sit down with Brian. I look forward to talking to him in the future about more things that the EVSC Foundation is doing. So thanks, and check out evansvillepodcast.com for links to the EVSC Foundation and also previous episodes. Enjoy. Well, thanks. Like we were talking about, Brian, thanks for coming over and to talk about the EVSC Foundation. I guess there's been some changes with is it the branding, the marketing? What's going on over there?
Yeah, EVSC Foundation, we've been in existence since 2008. Been around as a foundation, but we're kind of in a transition mode, kind of in a growth platform mode, if you will.
Okay.
It's kind of exciting. We are rebranding a bit, and we're trying to get just kind of an identification out there, really, of who we are and what we're about. A lot of that's going to unfold in the near future with actual branding. You'll see a revised logo. Mm-hmm. You'll see new taglines. It'll be closely affiliated, though, with School Corporation, in terms of EVSC and its name, because obviously that's our primary beneficiary, our primary mission. But yeah, we're real excited about that, and so that's going to unfold to the public very, very soon.
So what is the role of the foundation? Okay,
so we exist to support the mission of the EVSC, which is excellence in education inside and outside the classroom. Okay, and so our mission, at the end of the day, it's the kids. Mm-hmm. It's the students of the EVSC, and that's who we want to be the ultimate beneficiary. And so that entails a lot of things. I mean, obviously, we're more of an enterprise-based organization, and so when I say that, we want to be there for the schools. You've seen EVSC Foundation do a lot of things on a larger platform, capital projects and those kind of things with naming rights, where we've not actually been the builder, but we've worked with individuals and corporations and things like that to establish naming opportunities within the EVSC, actual full structures themselves and or classrooms. But at the end of the day, we want what the EVSC Foundation does to benefit the kids, which is broader learning opportunities. We want to be able to fund those things that perhaps EVSC cannot on their own for various reasons. Mm-hmm. And we can talk about that more, whatever depth you want to.
Sure. So you're more of the helping out where, like, filling in the gaps kind of thing, or bigger projects that they can't take on.
Yeah, and so, there's this huge misnomer out there, right? Everybody thinks, well, they're the Evansville Vandenberg School Corporation, so they're publicly funded. So everybody thinks I pay my tax dollars,
yeah,
and EVSC just takes care of it. They take care of their needs, and so why in the world would I want to give to a foundation when I pay my taxes that benefits the same group, if you will? Mm-hmm. But that's not the case. So if you have watched in the news, especially over the last 5, 6, 7 years, public education funding has been cut drastically, particularly at the state level. And so that trickles down. It affects us right here in Vandenberg County in Evansville. It's affected, I'm talking millions of dollars, okay? Millions upon millions of dollars that have been cut at the state level, which affects our ability to do things. And so certainly I get it. I'm a taxpayer too. We pay our bills. We expect our administrators to take care of things as it relates to the school corporation. And so the key there is they do it very well. We have a great superintendent, Dr. David Smith. We have his administrative team is over the top phenomenal. They do things the right way. We have a great school board. They do things the right way. But at the end of the day, there are still things by virtue of funding that just, particularly from a creative standpoint, whether it's the arts, whether it's maybe something related to any extracurricular, but especially in the classroom in terms of how kids learn, how kids develop. Believe it or not, even with those tax dollars, there's shortages there, and we as a foundation want to exist to plug that gap.
Okay. So people will can donate, and I'm sure you have fundraisers and all that stuff throughout the year.
Yeah.
If they want to pitch in, I mean, you guys have a website where they can donate through that, or how's the best way to do it?
So you can go to www.evscfoundation.org. That's a given. But we're trying to, when we talk about rebranding and really at that platform level, we're really working hard to get our name out there where we are cultivating donors at an individual level, at a corporate level, at a group level. We're always looking for ways where people might have a strong affinity towards public education. And so you can do that through planned giving. You can do that through direct dollar donations. But we do fundraisers. We got a big one coming up in 2017, which is our EVSC Hall of Fame. That's a big event that takes place at the Tropicana Event Center, and there'll be more coming out on that soon, like in the next 30 to 60 days.
Okay.
And that'll be a March event of 2017.
Okay. Hall of Fame, that sounds impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, we got some significant folks that are EVSE alum that are in that foundation already. Or I'm sorry, in the Hall of Fame. But it's not just EVSC graduates. Okay, so if we've got people within and around Evansville that really have been strong proponents of public education, and they've shown that through giving, or they've shown that through their time and talents, we've got folks like that in that Hall of Fame as well. So it's not just EVSC alum, but that's really where we start.
Okay. Yeah. And then, so maybe I should start with this, but you're the president or the board of directors. Is that what it is?
Correct. Current president.
Current president. And how long have you been with the foundation?
Okay, I've been with the foundation since around late 2009. So it's a pretty good tenure. I'm in the first year of my president role, and then I intend to be around. I have a pretty strong passion for public education, making a difference. So. Yeah,
when we were trying to get the schedule worked out for you to come on, it seems like you're a very busy guy.
Yeah.
You got a few things going on.
So work, family, I have other, not-for-profit commitments that I do. I like to be a community guy. Actually, one of my strong passions, it just started yesterday, first day of practice. I coach at one of our local high schools at the Cub 8th grade level. Very time-consuming, but a passion of mine. It kind of goes back to... the kids we work with in our program, you have a mix, a couple of schools that feed in, and we've got some inner city kids that, their stories are real. They're raw. Home life's difficult. Don't go home to a two-parent household. Don't go home to stability. A lot of times go home to chaos. And so I love engaging in the lives of those kids, not just on the field. It's not just about football. It's about growing up young men to be good citizens and good fathers and good role models in the schools. And we talk to them about that all the time. I mean, that's a mantra for myself and our coaching staff. We want them to be good people.
Yeah. So I try to ask this whenever I have people that volunteer lives, like what is it about that? Because not everybody is on a board or involved with nonprofits. I mean, why? What is it that causes you to want to do that?
It goes back to that idea of making a difference. I, in addition to the EVSC Foundation Board, I am on the board for the YMCA of Southwest Indiana. I'm also on the board for the Evansville Christian Life Center, and serve on different committees for other not-for-profits. But if you look at the thread of those three, in terms of the ultimate clientele it serves, there's a common thread there, so you can kind of probably pick up on my heart a little bit. It's just about making a difference where, I think for us, sometimes we take for granted life, and it rolls by us, and we get so busy in our own lives that we get tunnel vision a bit, and we lose perspective of what's going on around us. And so by being involved, it keeps me aware of what's going on around us and some of the needs, particularly in the Evansville area, that we could step up and make a difference.
Yeah. So for the foundation itself, I guess, what's the biggest challenge you guys have at this point? Again,
because we're in a growth mode, okay? Yeah. We We've done well in our formative years in terms of projects we've done. We have a couple of endowments that we've established. We have the ability to fund things over time, but I think it's those short-term dollars, those donors, where we're looking to be able to consistently give back to our schools, consistently give back to our classrooms and our teachers. And so we got a lot of long-range dollars there, but we want to get that consistent, unrestricted income where we can, again, consistently feed back to the schools on planned situations, but also that unplanned situation that arises where we've got someone coming to us going, "Hey, man, we got a gaping hole here. We got to fill it, and we need money." And so it's not. But let me say this: it's not just about the money. It's also about the time and the talent and the resources that ideally our board can not only bring as individuals, but also make the community aware of. So I don't want this to just be about where I'm standing on this platform going, "Hey, give us money."
Right.
We also want people. We want resources. We want people saying, "I want to make a difference." And you know what? Those opportunities are there.
Okay, so definitely volunteer
Yep.
opportunities are always welcome.
Over the top. Yeah, over the top available.
Yeah. You will not say no to help.
You'll not, never, ever.
Right. I mean, maybe you can speak to this. Speaking of volunteers, like, what's the best part about being on, I guess, with the EVSCA Foundation? What you would say, being involved with that?
Honestly, so we have opportunities to go into classrooms every once in a while, or in the schools. And again, I don't want to make this about money, but when we present dollars to a teacher for making a difference in their classroom, or because they've got needs in their classroom, or when you walk into a school and you get introduced to kids, or you're given a scholarship, it's really about what you see in those kids. It's that smile on the face. It's that gratitude for, man, somebody out there cares. Somebody's willing to make a difference. That's the biggest deal for me.
The foundation, we talked a little bit about you said that you're in the growth stage. The marketing, the branding is all changing. That'll be rolled out very soon, or throughout the year? Or what?
Yeah. So I probably honestly, within the next 60 to 90 days, you're going to start seeing that roll out. So here we sit early August. So I'd say by mid-fall, you're going to see that roll out.
Okay.
And we're going to work hard to try to get that out in the community, in and around, with individuals and corporations. We're going to start doing that.
Gotcha. And maybe the overall communication, I know getting the word out is something that you want to do, but how it's a struggle in Evansville for a lot of people to get, we haven't figured out how to to crack the code, I guess, for the communication in Evansville. Is there any tricks you have to, what's your best way to get the word out, I guess, to
I mean,
people?
we're hoping to partner with guys like you,
Yeah,
Jason.
well, I think I'm the best way. But
yeah, right, exactly. So,
no,
seriously, guys like you, mainstream media, we're looking to engage in those opportunities, whether it's whether it's television, whether it's radio, whether it's the print media, internet, all that social media stuff. Social media will be a big deal. Mm-hmm. We're open for a splash, if you will, to get it out. So
right,
yeah,
you gotta try everything. It seems like anymore,
right?
Just to get the word out.
See, it tells you how old I am. I just put print media in front of social media.
Yeah, well, we'll let it slide. No, we're friends with the paper.
That's right. That's right.
We're okay. We're on friendly terms, as far as I know. Because it is a concern. I want to talk with a lot of businesses, and it's always the thing is like, how do I get the word out? Because it feels like I did everything I knew about, but I didn't know. Maybe someone eventually will have that secret, and
right.
They'll make a lot of money.
Right. I mean, at the end of the day, though, the onus is on us.
It is.
We got to do it. And so I start talking about all these different avenues in terms of media, but I mean, as a board, we need to do a good job of being out in front of people, and that's in my own business, I operate. I do a lot of lunches and coffees and those kind of things, right. And so if we're doing our job as a board, we're going to engage people at that level, one-on-one, and in smaller groups. To get our story out. I believe if we do that the right way, which we will, it's going to make a big difference in terms of some of those donor cultivation opportunities down the road.
Right. I think that people, once they get to know, like, if you just see EVSC Foundation, like we talked about earlier, it's like, well, I already give my taxes, like you said. So the fact, you tell your story, you get it out there. That's definitely, if it becomes personal,
right,
then people are, more likely to support it.
And we got to break down that misunderstanding. Again, going back to the tax base and all that kind of thing, we got to break down that misunderstanding. And at the end of the day, EVSC Foundation, our mission exists to support the EVSC. That's absolute. But there's still a slight delineation there, so people need to understand who we are as a foundation and how we can help drive those dollars, which will impact and make a difference for the school corporation.
Right.
That, you know what I mean? I mean, we got to make sure that people don't look at us and go, again, well, you're EVSC and I've already paid that bill, man.
Right.
No, not really. You can help in other ways.
Yeah, it is interesting, the whole school system, because it feels like more dollars every year taken out, and where does that? It's not like the teachers are going to just. I mean, I guess they currently do take money out of their own pocket to bring in supplies and everything, which is crazy,
right?
Because we shouldn't. I mean, that shouldn't have to be. But
if you look at EVSC, so you look at what we get standard education when we're talking about math and science and all those other things, but when we talk about special programs within the school corporation, like the Randall Shepherd Law Academy or the medical professions program at Central or the early to college program, which flows through Ivy Tech, or if you've not been to Southern Indiana Career and Tech Center ever out on Lynch Road, you're missing something, because you walk in that building and it's one of the finer facilities in the nation when it comes to, they got a culinary program out there. They got an automotive services program out there. They got a broadcasting program out there, which is your forte. You start breaking down those programs and you look at what it costs to do those programs, but also just, again, you look at the difference it's making. I mean, we're giving kids opportunities far and above standard education. And it can launch them to big areas of life, as they go on collegiately and beyond. So, the key would be, like, if somebody came to me and said, so what's the difference? How's EVSC different from Indianapolis Public Schools or schools in Terre Haute or Lafayette or South Bend? I'd challenge them on that in a heartbeat and say, well, let's take you on a tour. So let's go look at the Shepherd Law Academy, the medical professions. Let's go to Southern Indiana Career and Tech. Let's see what's happening. And you'll see, if a person would just take the time to do that, they would see that, wow, this school corporation has got it going on and got it going in the right direction. We're impacting kids. We're taking kids to the next level. And guess what, man? The foundation is another resource. To make that happen. So
that's awesome. Well, Brian, I know you're a very busy guy. I don't want to take too much of your time, so I do really appreciate you coming over and talking about this. Maybe we can talk again a little bit later, especially when the Hall of Fame thing comes out.
Yeah. We'll keep you up to date on that.
But but anytime you want to come and chat, just let me know.
Cool. Appreciate it, Jason.
Thanks
a lot.
Thanks, Brian, for coming on the show. Once again, check out evansvillepodcast.com. Look for EVSC Foundation. You can find the show notes for links to the foundation itself, Facebook page, Twitter, that kind of stuff. And please check out other episodes that we've done recently. A lot of variety out there, and we're trying to cover everything that's going on and talking to some interesting people. So, stay tuned. There's a lot more episodes coming out. I've got a lot recording here recently, so looking forward to getting those out to you guys. And just thanks and good job, everybody.